Come over here. Let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question. You think that Manny Pacquiao is expecting the Keith Thurman that fought Josecito Lopez? Get the hell out of here. So yeah, man, this goes out to the fans, or the boxing fans, or the people, the casual, the hardcore boxing fans that really think that Manny Pacquiao is expecting the same Keith Thurman that y'all expecting. You really think that Manny Pacquiao is expecting the Keith Thurman that fought Josecito Lopez? You think that he's expecting the Keith Thurman that the seventh round Keith Thurman versus Josecito Lopez? Like, I'm gonna tell you like this: no fighters think that way. So if no fighters think that way, you fans shouldn't think that way. Y'all gotta get in tune with the sport of boxing. Y'all gotta get in tune with the combat sport. For real. You hear it all the time in the world of boxing. You hear it all the time that styles make fights. And whether you feel like the style that Manny Pacquiao brings is gonna overpower or overskill Keith Thurman, you could break it down that way. You could break it down skill by skill. It's easy. You could break it down with jabs. You could break it down with footwork. You could break it down with defense. You could break it down that way. You could break it down with experience and things of that nature. But don't you ever break down a fight because you've seen what he did or another opponent did in their last performances. That's not the way it goes. And fighters know that. And the fans actually get informed. You fans actually get informed by what these people say to y'all. But it looks like y'all don't want to hear. Y'all don't want to listen. I'm going to tell you like this. If Keith Thurman shows up like he fought Josecito Lopez, the only thing that Manny Pacquiao is going to see in that tape, what he's studying Keith Thurman, is what Keith Thurman did good. And of course, they're going to be like, oh, what's the weakness? But at the end of the day, they're preparing for the best Keith Thurman. Just like Keith Thurman is preparing not for the 40-year-old Pac-Man, not for the 30-year-old Pac-Man. They are going to prepare for the best Manny Pacquiao possible. That means they're going to prepare for the fastest Manny Pacquiao. They're going to prepare with the Manny Pacquiao that brings in the most power. They're not going to bring up the Jeff Horn fight. They're not going to bring up the Marquez. They're not going to prepare for the Marquez fight and think that if because Marquez knocked him down with a counter with a right hand, that Keith Thurman is going to land a counter with the right hand and actually knock him out the same way. It's not going to happen. That's not the way it is. It's not the way it works. So, of course, there's a lot of Manny Pacquiao fans. I support Manny Pacquiao. There's a lot of Keith Thurman fans. I support Keith Thurman. I support the world of boxing. There's a couple of styles that I like, but I respect all fighters. And there's a couple of fighters that you may like. And the style that you may like, that don't mean you got to discredit the other man. Especially in skill-wise. If you want to break down boxing, break it down the right way and break it down the logical way. Like I'm about to do right now. Now, we all know Manny Pacquiao got beautiful feints. Beautiful, probably the best feints in boxing in the last probably 20 years. Beautiful, elite, superior feints. Now, we all know his footwork is amazing. We also know, take away Manny Pacquiao and take away Floyd Mayweather, especially in the welterweight division, Keith Thurman has probably the best footwork alongside of Bud Crawford. So, yeah, we're going to see footwork versus footwork. A lot of people want to talk about age. We're going to see the age. Hey, 44. Does Manny Pacquiao move the same way in the last couple of fights? In spots, he looks great. Has Manny Pacquiao getting smarter? Has reserved himself a little more? Yeah, after that knockout by Marquez, he can learn from his past. But that doesn't mean that this type of chess match, physical chess match, is going to happen with Keith Thurman. That you don't know what type of skills Keith Thurman is going to bring. The same type of skills that Keith Thurman is going to bring against Manny Pacquiao. The same preparation he's going to bring, especially versus Manny Pacquiao, is not going to be the same preparation as he did with Josecito Lopez. Remember, he came off a 2-year layoff. Again, if you look at the training camp, that's why some boxers, they don't like to or some media person that don't like to assess fighters until they actually see who they bring in sparring, how they look before they go into training camp, how bloated they are, how many weight they gotta really lose. If you over 45 pounds, 40 pounds, and you see, damn, this guy got a long way to go. He's probably gonna use this training camp. Most of it's gonna be just so he can make weight. It's a lot of things that you can put inside. That's why it's even harder to have a prediction early. So the only thing you can do is actually break down fighters and assess them at their best. So we all know that Manny Pacquiao got speed. We all know that Manny Pacquiao got power. The difference between, does he got more? We all know he's more superior than Keith Thurman in combination because that's what he's shown us. Leg work. I believe that Manny Pacquiao coming forward, got the leg work, coming forward. But I believe that Keith Thurman going backwards and forward got the footwork. See, that's the difference between Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's an attack move. He moves his leg. But Manny Pacquiao don't move his legs or backwards trying to get away from his opponent. We all know Manny Pacquiao is always going toward his opponent and have the right proper footwork and lands in precision to land those shots that you're not going to see. But Keith Thurman loves the footwork. But we all see that Keith Thurman actually loved connecting off the back foot, moving backwards. That 1-2, that 3-2 combination, 2-punch combination, he throws that left hook, going back. And if he catches you with the right hand and then come back with that left hook, it could be night-night or he's going to hurt you. Keith Thurman got the type of power that when he hits you, he keeps you at bay the whole fight. He got the type of power. See what I'm talking about? One time, a lot of people think that one time is, if he hits you one time, you got to get knocked down. If he don't knock you down, then, what the hell are they calling him one time? Why the fuck are they calling him one time? Excuse my language. But one time about Keith Thurman, we all know that he's a fast starter. Fast starter, he actually tests his opponent. He hits you as hard, and let's see where your skills or preparation is at. Do you want to go by the game plan? He'll change the game plan probably with one good landing shot. If you look at the people that's been in the ring with Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, if you really listen to what they say, all say the power. And I'm not going to talk about Josecito Lopez. Josecito Lopez is running high. He's on cloud 9 after that loss. I never seen somebody celebrate so much after a loss. It looked like he just got married or something. He was content, and probably that's why he lost, because he was content. So you always got to assess them with the footwork. Got to assess them what they do great. They both got power. They both can land. They got the one landed shot. Manny Pacquiao haven't displayed the one landed shot yet. And either Keith Thurman. So you could tell at this point of the career, even though that Manny Pacquiao was like 10 years older, that they both have reserved to more boxing than actually engaging in a war. So you could tell Keith Thurman threw 900 punches in his last fight. If you want to look at the good stuff, you want to look at that fight, look at the good things that Keith Thurman actually did. Threw 900 punches, threw more jabs, landed more jabs, landed more punches than his respectable opponent. Doubling it weight more than his opponent, doubling his punching output. So Keith Thurman don't really throw that high volume. So Manny Pacquiao throws a high volume, but we all know in recent years he has slowed down because he's been more reserved. He has picked his shots and pick his position, when to engage the way Manny Pacquiao we all accustomed to. Keith Thurman, he don't engage as he engages, but he doesn't, he doesn't waste punches. So if Manny Pacquiao comes with the best and comes with throwing 1,000 punches, you gotta figure out that Keith Thurman might come in between those type of punches because he is reserved. He is an accurate counter puncher, and Manny Pacquiao he throws a lot of punches, but that doesn't mean that a lot of punches is actually landed. He overwhelms you. The difference between Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao overwhelms you, and Keith Thurman might overwhelm you with his footwork. Manny Pacquiao overwhelms you with punches. Keith Thurman overwhelms you with not you doing what you're capable of doing and taking and neutralizing your strength into moving around and mixing power and mixing slugging and boxing technique. His adjustment comes at a great time, at a good fly. His timing is great. Keith Thurman, as you can tell, and you can already tell a lot of people talking about, oh man, he's been hurt. We already know that Manny Pacquiao been hurt. We already know they could take a punch. We already know that. So you really gotta really understand that when Keith Thurman is hurt, does he go down? Does he weather the storm? Does he come back and win the fight? A lot of people want to talk about his body. People want to talk about, oh, he gets hurt. Yes, he gets hurt. It's the hurt game. Everybody gets hurt. Sometimes a lot of boxers that you feel didn't get hurt actually got hurt. Some people break their arm, break their fist, and things of that nature. Break their nose, bleeding. They know. I can see that Keith Thurman, he could weather the storm. Keith Thurman, we could all see when he got hurt with Diego Chavez, Soto Carras, Luis Colazo. They say he got hurt by Sean Porter. I don't believe he really got hurt. He was just moving backwards. But and Josecito Lopez in the 7th round. But what has happened in those fights? Is he still undefeated? So you got to think, damn, Manny Pacquiao could think like, yo, this guy, you just can't take him off with one shot. And just because he just because he gets hurt, that doesn't mean he's gonna come right back at me. Because Keith Thurman makes the same adjustment. You know, he made the adjustment, the type of adjustment that you ain't gonna catch me with the same punch you just did and you just hurt me. See, that's another thing a lot of people gotta look at. So to break this down, you gotta break it down to when they should have come with their best. Yes, Manny Pacquiao is a legend. Yes, if you could compare his best to Keith Thurman's best, have we seen Keith Thurman's best? I believe that we've seen Manny Pacquiao, everything he has to offer. We have seen it all. But I do believe there's another level to Keith Thurman. I do believe there's another level to Keith Thurman. He's still young, he's still in his prime, and he's still, and you can tell, he's had elevated his growth. He has elevated the way he moves, his boxing technique. He became from a slugger to a boxer technician at the same time, but he also wanted to engage. He's also willing to engage to see and risk his body to throw those type of power punches just like Manny Pacquiao. This is why it's going to be an exciting fight, and this is why you cannot not assess that the Keith Thurman is going to come is the Josecito Lopez, that is the Josecito Lopez Keith Thurman in the 7th round. Because if you talk about all the other rounds, he was doing pretty good and knocked out his opponent. Which Keith Thurman is going to show up? The 2nd round Josecito Lopez fight, or the 7th round? We don't know who's going to show up. Those later rounds against Sean Porter, when he hurt Sean Porter, when he knocked down Diego Chavez, when he knocked down Soto Carras, which Keith Thurman is going to show up? You don't know, so you can't engage it in that way. So whether you like Manny Pacquiao or Keith Thurman, this is going to assess it the right way. And trust me, your assessment is going to be good, it's going to be respected, and things like that. Leave your comments below. Yo, subscribe, baby. You know, I can't wait till July 20th. Subscribe, hit the notification button. I'm here for y'all, man. The content is here. You know, man, you messing with a dude that know his shit. Yo, God bless y'all. Have a great weekend, a weekday. Hope y'all taking care of your family and your health. I love all of y'all, man. I love the world. You don't love me, you hate me, it don't matter, man. I still love y'all. I hope y'all kids is doing great and things of that nature. Hope your mom and your daddy is all there. You know, God bless y'all all. High praise to God. If you don't believe it, don't worry. The world is here for you. There's other people that love y'all. I'm here for y'all. I love y'all. Subscribe. Hit the notification button. And please, thank you for the people that have subscribed. Thank you, man. For real, y'all making this you know, this experience and bringing this type of contact and just making it real fun. I hope, you know, I'm bringing y'all some good content. If I don't, hey, we can engage. We can open a dialogue. If you want to talk, you can give me some pointers on what you want to hear from me. Let me know, man.